Welcome to Rita's Codes. So you want to learn programming? Well, congratulations, because you took a step further than most people. You've clicked on this video, and I love the initiative. So let's go outside and talk about it. Whatever is your reason to learn programming, it's a very useful skill to have. Don't let anybody question your motivation. Even if you don't aspire to become a professional programmer, you might be surprised how your thinking changes when you know programming. And if you're in here just for the money, hey, that's also a valid reason. Let the love of coding come to you in due time. But before we dive into the deep waters of programming, let me explain the methodology and answer some commonly asked questions. If you have any further questions, please leave them in the comments down below. What do programmers do all day? Write code? Well, that's only part of the job. What we do essentially is we solve puzzles. Sometimes you gotta get old-fashioned pen and paper and make sure you know the problem at hand. But think about it. How cool would it be to get paid for solving puzzles all day? Do you need to type fast? Absolutely not. You need to think about what you're writing. So words per minute is more of a bragging right than a useful metric. If anything, programming comes in bursts. You write a couple of lines, you think about it, and then you write a couple of lines more. Wow! How does one remember so many words? Is another question that people ask programmers, and the answer is you don't need to remember everything. There's only about 6 concepts in programming that you need to keep track of, and Googling your problem is a much more useful skill to have. Do you need to be good at math? No, math is not required for basic programming, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. If anything, you need ability to reason logically and follow instructions. But don't get discouraged if you don't think about yourself as a logical person, because I have found that sometimes students don't even consider that what they're doing is logical thinking. Logical thinking is a muscle that can be trained. The problem with most programming books, tutorials, series, and universities is that they try to overload you with dry information up front before giving you anything meaningful to do. What I have found is that students don't really care about dry theory and just want to get their hands on the code. And that is the right approach. The faster your iteration speeds are, the better your code is going to be. My approach to teaching is to introduce the smallest concept possible and then keep building up on that concept until we reach the final project. Humans learn by analogy and interaction. This approach may not be suitable for everyone, however. Some people are just wired differently and need to know the nitty-gritty first. If you like hearing about atoms, tensile strength, supply chains, and German politics before taking your car for a spin, this series may not be for you. My approach is to get into the car, step on the gas, crash into the wall, and only then learn about the physics of why. Leave a like on this video if you agree. Which language is best to get started? Well, any language, really. As long as the iterations are fast and you're having fun while learning, any language will do. However, with that said, the language that you choose initially should teach you the widest skill set of programming. Therefore, I will be teaching you Java, which is not to be confused with JavaScript, which is an abomination in the programming world. I'll make a video about that someday. How long will it take to learn programming? The answer is your whole life. There's no end state in learning. After 5, 10, even 20 years, you will still be learning. However, with that said, it should take you about 2 years to get proficient in programming. But don't get discouraged because I said proficient. You should start writing your first useful applications within a couple of weeks. So how much will it cost? Well, if you subscribe to my channel, it's gonna cost you exactly $0 to learn the basics. All you need is a computer, and it doesn't even have to be a decent one. So let's go learn programming.